Yeah, the gorilla sanctuary and is over here. And
we're gonna go check out the safari, the
hippo
wild
pool.
Africa trek after safari.
I think we can bump up our fast pass.
We're gonna try to move our fast pass and flight passes because I really want to see that.
Alrighty folks, twin day, now that means let's go. Alright, well jumbo everyone, jumbo folks, jumbo, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. My name is Stacy and I'm going to be your safari guide to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I would like to first ask that everyone please remain fully and completely seated through the entire safari. This includes children, grown-up, and anyone in between. Very small children are more than welcome to be seated on a lap so they can have a better view. However, there is no trading seats, passing kids around, or standing in laps. And please do not lift any little ones into the air or out of the truck, as that does not count as staying fully seated. Make sure to keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle and hang on to any loose articles, as it is a bit of a bumpy ride. Now, if you do look straight above you, you will notice your animal spotting guide. That'll help identify some of the animals that we're going to get to see today. Now right away, if you take a look up there on the right-hand side, looks like there's an okapi hiding out on the hill. We'll see about getting a little bit closer to it. And to the left here, all these cinnamon-colored antelopes, these are called the bongos. Now the bongos are considered to be the ghosts of the forest because they're very rarely seen and they're very quiet when maneuvering through the brush. Oh, these tan antelopes to the right-hand side, these are the greater kudu. The greater kudu are one of the tallest of the antelopes, reaching over 5 feet tall at the shoulders. And if you take a look past them up there on the hill, you'll get a little bit of a better look at that okapi hiding out back there. It's a little hard to see them behind the trees. There's those bongos again. Now the first thing people usually notice about the okapi are their striped legs, which may seem a little zebra-ish. However, the okapi is actually the only living relative to the giraffe. Now, they don't look a whole lot like giraffes, but they do have a very similar facial structure, as well as the same very long tongue, which can reach over a foot in length. Out here to your left, this is the black rhino. Now, unfortunately, there are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the entire world, including captivity. They have no natural predators. This decline is caused by humans, mostly between deforestation and poaching. Now they are heavily poached for their horns, which are commonly believed to have some kind of a medicinal value. However, those horns are made up of the same keratin found in our own hair and fingernails, so please pass that along. Poachers are going to such great lengths just to get bits of keratin. Alright, now my friends, we are going to make our way into the Safi River next. Now the Safi River is home to animals like the Nile crocodile and the hippopotamus. I'm always excited to see hippos while crocodiles, not always quite so much, but no worries my friends. Hakuna Matata, we are nice and high up in this truck, so those crocodiles shouldn't be able to get to us. Now we will be checking out two sides of the river today. We're going to start out on the right, then we're going to wrap around to the left. Make sure to keep your eye out towards the surface of the water. Look for any bubbles or snacks sticking out. Let's see. Now it does look like there's some hippopotamus in the water up ahead there, fully submerged, so it is a little hard to see. We will also check out the other side of the river in a moment. Now the hippopotamus can hold its breath for around 8 minutes at a time. Although they can swim, they do prefer just to walk along the bottom of the river. That'll help them conserve energy since they do spend most of the day eating and sleeping, which can be exhausting, as you can imagine. Up here to your left-hand side, you'll see a few more of those hippos. When you have a group of hippopotamus together, it's referred to as a float or a pod. Now these gray and white birds up there, those are the pink-backed pelicans. The pink-backed pelicans are the smallest of the 7 pelican species, and their back feathers will turn a lovely shade of pink just around mating season. Now it's not quite that time of the year just yet, so they are still gray and white. However, when they do turn pink, it's generally a soft, subtle shade of pink, kind of blush in color. Very lovely to see. Now we are going to proceed with caution over the crocodile bridge, so please make sure everyone does remain fully and completely seated. And if you do take a look, you'll notice quite a few Nile crocodiles in the water and up on the bank. Now, a lot of people do have a hard time telling the difference between Nile crocodiles like these and the American alligator. Other than their size, look at their mouth. Crocodiles have a pointed snout with lots of protruding, snaggled teeth, while an alligator will have a much more rounded snout. However, my friends, if you do ever find yourself in the wild and you are close enough to one of these creatures to be able to tell the difference, then you may be a tad too close to that animal. I would suggest getting to safety as soon as possible. They are much faster than they look. In fact, on average, a crocodile can run around 12 miles an hour, and that's on land. So I don't know about you, they can definitely outrun me. Now we are about to enter the savannah. But first, take a look up here to your right-hand side at this lovely tree. This is called the baobab tree. Now, the baobab tree is nicknamed the upside-down tree. For if you take a look, it looks a little bit like someone flipped a tree right over, but that's not quite the case. But it must be doing something right, considering those trees can live to be well over 1,000 years old. So whatever they're doing a great job. Now here we are in the savannah. Now since animals are free to roam around as they please, you never know who you're going to see and when. But if you do take a look out here to your right-hand side, you will notice those gray creatures out there. Those are the white-bearded wildebeest. Now, the white-bearded wildebeest have one of the largest migrations of land animals in the world, with numbers up to 1.3 million. I have a hard time keeping track of my own family traveling on vacation, so I can't imagine trying to travel with 1.3 million of them. Sounds exhausting. And when they do travel in herds that large, it is referred to as a super herd. Now when a super herd stampedes, they kick up so much dust that dust cloud can be seen from space. Coming up here to your left-hand side, see if you can spot, laying down on the hill to your left here, these are African wild dogs, also known as painted dogs because of their lovely fur coat. Now they are part of the canine family, but they're not quite like our domesticated canine friends we have back at home. Not only are they extremely intelligent, but they are the most successful predators in Africa, mostly due to their group hunting tactic. They don't bark like other canines, instead they squeak, sounds a little bit like a rubber duck. Not at all what you would expect from such a feared peddler. Well, there to your left-hand side, you'll see the sable antelopes. Sable antelopes are our icon here on the reserve. Just about anything with their name on it will also be complemented by their beautiful silhouette. Through all these reddish-brown structures turning up out of the ground here, these are termite mounds. Termite mounds are as hard as concrete. Animals like elephants will use them as a scratching post. Once they are nice and worn down, smaller animals, like the antelopes, will use them as a lookout point for any predators that could be on the prowl nearby. Now as we make our way into the grasslands, you'll notice some beautiful giraffes walking around out there.
Is that the baby?
Now, no two giraffes are exactly alike. Each pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint. So you'll never see two with the same pattern. As a herd, but as a tower. So this is a tower of giraffes. Now, if you take a look a little bit farther out there, folks, you'll also see a few baby giraffes walking around. as well as even more wildebeest. Now when a giraffe is first born, it'll be about 6 feet tall. It only takes a giraffe about 5 minutes after it's born to figure out how to walk. And once that newborn giraffe figures out how to walk, it only takes them 3 more minutes to figure out how to run. So they can run around 40 miles an hour, which is very fast, especially for a baby. Now there are a total of 4 babies out on the reserve. We'll see how many we can. Now if you take a look on top of a giraffe's head, you will notice 2 little growths sticking up. Those are not horns, they're not antlers, they're called ossicones. The ossicones are built into their skull and they can grow fur just like the rest of their body. Cones, just like a giraffe has. And that would be the okapi friend we got a glimpse of earlier, their only living relative. Now if you take a look towards the top of the hill, there are those very small antelopes. Those are called the springbok. Now the springbok get their name from their ability to spring up to 9 feet in the air and up to 13 feet across. Although they're very little, those are all full-grown adults. They generally don't get bigger than that. Now even when they run, they'll still spring up into the air, which is called pronking. Now on average, folks, a springbok can pronk around 55 miles an hour, making them one of the fastest animals on the savannah, despite being so very little. Now we as humans, we do have something in common with all those giraffes that we just saw, and that would be our necks. Both humans and giraffes have 7 vertebrae in our necks. Theirs will be just a little bit larger than ours, as you can imagine. Going from this big to this big. Slight size difference there, but it is the same sound. And giraffes also have 32 teeth, so they'll also have a full mouth of teeth as well. Now this is a fairly large watering hole. We'll see if anything has stopped by for a drink. Oh, take a look out there to your right. Looks like there is an African elephant up there. Now there are 2 ways to tell that that is an African elephant, one of course being that we are in Africa. But if you take a look at his ears, African elephants have a wide curved ear that looks a little bit like the continent of Africa, which is at least how I like to remember it, while say an Indian elephant will have a smaller ear, a little more pointed on the ends. Now it does look like this road here is closed. Probably has something to do with our elephant friend. But no worries, folks, where there is one elephant, the rest of the herd is usually not too far behind, so we are going to keep an eye out for the rest of the herd. Now we are just going to cross this bridge here pulley. That does mean very slow. It's a little bit of an older bridge, but the good news is there's no crocodiles underneath this one, so we like it much better than the first. So we'll just take it nice and easy.
3345 is the jog, 3345 is the jog.
As we do continue on up, if you take a look out here to either side, you'll notice these very large walls made out of a red clay. Now, elephants, like the one that we just saw, they will eat small amounts of red clay. That'll help give them minerals they wouldn't usually get in their vegetation diet. It's kind of the elephant equivalent of taking your vitamins. Now, elephants are a matriarchal society. Their herds are mostly made up of females and their young. Male elephants are generally a little more solitary in nature, and once they are old enough to leave the herd, they only really hang around a few times a year. So that first elephant we saw was probably a male, since he was by himself. Now, unfortunately, the wild African elephant population is declining very rapidly every single day. Around 90 elephants lost a day. Now this isn't only due to poaching and game hunting, it's also due to things like deforestation and land development, folks. It's loss of habitat, running out of space to live and resources to survive on. In fact, right now in Africa, the land is being heavily mined for a mineral called coltan. Coltan is found in small electronics, things like cell phones, cameras, laptops, tablets, and other things like that. So please consider recycling your old electronics when you're done with them. Just by helping put a little bit of that coltan back in a cycle, it can help reduce the need for mining in Africa and can help save what's left of the habitats of all these beautiful animals. Every little bit does help. Coming up here to your left-hand side, these are the greater flamingos. The greater flamingos are one of the tallest of the flamingo species, reaching around 3 feet tall. Now when a flamingo is first hatched, it will be gray and white in color. It does take them about a year before they really start to show that pink plumage, which is caused by the amount of keratin in the food that they eat. Now flamingos can be found on just about every continent in the world except for Antarctica. They're not actually white in color. They do get their name from a mispronunciation of the Afrikaans word "weit," which means wide. That is in reference to their very wide rectangular mouths, which are great for grazing. And they are much wider than that of the black rhino cousin, who has a pointed triangular shaped mouth, better for pulling leaves off of bushes and trees. Looks like there's a lovely ostrich up here to your right hand side. Now the ostrich are the largest in the bird family. As we pull a little bit closer to these rhinos, folks, you'll also see their very large mud pit over here. And the rhinos do like to roll around in the mud, not only because it's fun, of course, but will also help keep them cool and help protect their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. Large rock formation is called a kopie. Sometimes we can spot animals like lions resting up on the kopie. And it does look like there's one up ahead. Now lions are nocturnal, which means that they do sleep during the day. In fact, on average, a lion will remain inactive anywhere between 16 and 22 hours a day. At night, when they are active, it is the female lions that are in charge of hunting for the pride, while the male lion will stay behind to protect the pride and any cubs. Well, they do have quite the advantage hunting at night. A lion's vision at night is about 7 times better than that of a human's. Well, there's a little brown antelope out there to your right hand side. That is the Bontebok.
What's up, guys? So, we're heading to Pandora now. Crystal snagged us a fast pass for Flight of Passage.
For $12.15. Just keep refreshing. You can get it too.
Yeah, it's really...
This is where we were yesterday when we started.
Yeah, this is where we got in line yesterday for Flight of Passage.
I don't know if it's quite time yet though.
Close enough. It's like 11:55. By the time we get there...
You want me to get the mic out or?
Nah, I'm fine. I'm talking loud.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna go get some, that, what's it called? Blueberry cheesecake stuff.
And then we're gonna go ride it.
And then we're gonna go ride it. We need a little snack first.
Yeah.
Got a little something to drink.
Yeah.
So we'll show you the food when we get the food.
We have acquired the cheesecake mousse.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Get the little cute square.
Now the fun part.
The yummy part.
The eating it part.
I wanted it from this side so I can get everything. Alright, so we just got done with our little cheesecake snack. And we are heading over to Flight of Passage. There it is. The guy in the suit.
Let's see how this works.
To the fence, that's hard.
140-minute wait. What's that?
I'll be over here to help you. Okay. Alright. Here goes nothing. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I love this ride.
I'm glad we're getting it to ride it because we were just going to skip it.
But nah, we're going to ride this, then head to Epcot. Actually, we're going to head back to the hotel room, change, and then go to Epcot.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. Remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikron. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Navi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense, but trust your guide and be brave. As the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Sivak Ho, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
All right, so that was amazing.
It was.
And now we're gonna go to Flower and Garden.
Flight of Passage, I think I could ride it over and over and over again, and it wouldn't be an issue. That time I did have a mister in my face, but I'm not complaining.
See you at Epcot.
Yeah.